Namaste students. Today I am going to discuss last topic of this chapter 3, types of chemical reactions. Dear students, there are following reactions are given in your chapter 3. These are combination reaction, second one, decomposition reaction. Third, displacement reaction. And fourth, neutralization reaction. So we discuss these chemical reactions one by one. First of all, combination reaction in which two or more than two chemical substances to combine two or more than two chemical substances combine to form a single product. Two or more than two chemical substances combine to form a single product is known as combination reaction. Combination means in reactant side two or more than two substance, and in product side only one substance is formed, and such type of chemical reaction is called combination reaction. So examples of combination reaction: when hydrogen in the form of gas reacts with oxygen in the form of gas to form water. We see that in reactant side, here H2 plus O2 is reactant and H2O is product, and in reactant side two chemical substances, hydrogen as well as oxygen, and in product side only one chemical substance, water, is formed in the form of liquid. So students, it is an example of combination reaction. Here this chemical equation is not balanced, so we balance this chemical equation by heat and trial method. So we multiplied 2H2O and for hydrogen here we write 2, and it is balanced chemical equation. Second one, nitrogen gas reacts with hydrogen gas, it forms ammonia gas, NH3, ammonia. It is also a gas. Here we also see that two chemical substances combine to form a single product. So it is also an example of combination reaction, and for balancing this chemical reaction, here we see that number of hydrogen atom for product is 3 atom, while in reactant side 2 atom, nitrogen atom in reactant side 2, while in product side 1. So by using a coefficient 2, nitrogen is here in the product side 2, while in reactant side is also 2, and in product side the number of hydrogen atom is 6. So we use hydrogen as a coefficient 3 to the 6. So it is balanced chemical equation. Next chemical equation is decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. It is the opposite form of combination reaction. Opposite form of combination reaction. That means in previous reaction, that is combination reaction, reactant side 2 chemical substance, and in product side 1 chemical substance. Here in decomposition reaction, in reactant side 1 chemical substance and product side 2 chemical substance. That means a single chemical substance breaks up into 2 or more than 2 simpler parts. 2 simpler parts is known as decomposition reaction. As for example, when water molecule H2O in the presence of electric current, it converts into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Here it is in the form of liquid. So we balance this chemical equation 2H2O 2H2. Here we see that one chemical substance splits up into 2 simpler parts such as hydrogen and oxygen. So it is an example of decomposition reaction. When calcium carbonate heated, that means heating of calcium carbonate, CaCO3, calcium carbonate, it breaks up into CaO, calcium oxide, and carbon dioxide. It is in the form of gas, it is in the form of solid, and calcium carbonate is also exists in solid state. So it is an also example of decomposition reaction in which a single substance, a single reactant convert into two products. So in decomposition reaction, we see that one chemical substance breaks up into two simpler parts. Now third one, displacement reaction. Displacement reaction, and students, in displacement reaction, a more reactive element displaces more reactive element displaces a less reactive element in a compound. A more reactive element displaces a less reactive element in a compound, and such type of chemical reaction is called displacement reaction. A reaction in which a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element in a compound is known as displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. As for example, copper sulfate solution whose color is blue, CuSO4, in the form of aqueous. This term means aqueous, and aqueous means this copper sulfate dissolve into water. That means it is the form of solution, and solution is a type of mixture, and mixture is impure substance having different kind of particles. So here copper sulfate as well as water, that's why we use the term aqueous. When iron nail in the form of solid added into this aqueous solution, we see that the blue color of copper sulfate convert into light green for FeSO4 aqueous FeSO4 aqueous plus copper in the form of solid. FeSO4 aqueous and Cu in the form of solid. In this chemical reaction, we see that a more reactive element such as iron displaces copper in copper sulfate solution to form new substance iron sulfate and copper. So it is an example of displacement reaction in which a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element. Next and last chemical reaction is neutralization reaction. And students, in this chemical reaction, acid reacts with base to form salt and water, and this neutralization reaction is more discussed in chapter 4 acid, base and salt, in which we will discuss about what is acid, what is base and what is salt. So here only introductory knowledge about neutralization reaction, in which acid reacts with base to form salt and water, and their example HCl, hydrochloric acid in the form of aqueous, reacts with NaOH aqueous to form NaCl aqueous or H2O in the form of liquid. It is an example of neutralization reaction because this is hydrochloric acid, and it is sodium hydroxide. It is base, it is acid, and new substance form salt as a sodium chloride. And H2O is water. So neutralization reaction is a chemical reaction in which acid reacts with base to form salt and water, and such type of chemical reaction is called neutralization reaction. So students, we have completed the topics of chapter 3. In next lecture we will discuss about exercise problems. So prepare notes and try to solve exercise problems. Thank you.